In Mexico City, General Manuel de Mier y Terran's report lay buried under a pile of other concerns. While he was still in Tejas, things had gotten out of hand in the nation's capital. On September 1st, 1828, there had been a presidential election in Mexico. President Guadalupe Victoria's time in office was over, and his centralist Minister of War, General Gomez Pedraza, came in first in the voting. Federalist Vicente Guerrero came in second. Two weeks later, Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna and his supporters, including Lorenzo de Zavala from the state of Yucatan, declared that Centralists had rigged the election. They named Guerrero the rightful winner. The third-place winner, Centralist General Anastasio Bustamante, would serve as the rightful vice president, these protesters insisted. Santa Anna marched on Mexico City with a small army. Riots broke out. Pedraza ran away to England. On April 1st, 1829, Guerrero, notorious for his short temper, took office. De Zavala became his Secretary of the Treasury, with instructions to solve the chronic financial crisis in Mexico. The United States had a solution: sell Texas. President Andrew Jackson offered $5 million, about $170 million today. Mexico refused. There had to be another way. Then the Spanish attacked. King Ferdinand VII finally launched what he hoped would be the reconquest of Mexico. In late July 1829, a Spanish fleet and army arrived at Tampico from Cuba and captured the city. Guerrero turned to his friend Santa Anna to solve this problem. In August, a Mexican army besieged the Spanish. A tropical storm scattered the Spanish supply ships. On September 10th, Santa Anna's men attacked the Spanish fortifications but failed to capture the town. Now, the Spanish gave up anyway. They lacked supplies. Yellow fever, known in the region as El Vomito, because people dying from the disease would spew black blood in the final stages, was destroying the Spanish army. Guerrero and his government declared Santa Anna Benemérito de la Patria. He was the savior of Mexico. He returned to his home state of Veracruz and to his sizable plantation, Manga de Clavo, in triumph. In Mexico City, the president was ready to make another bold move. Guerrero was mixed race, African, Indian, and Spanish, and claimed the equality of all people. On September 16, 1829, the 19th anniversary of the Grito de Dolores, he abolished slavery in Mexico. 2 years before, the state of Coahuila y Tejas had ruled that immigrants could not bring additional slaves to their state, and they presented a special case for this new national law. Guerrero's law meant those already there would be free, but he gave the Texas colonists a year to make what arrangements needed to be made. However, much might happen in Mexico over the course of a year, as history had so often proven. On December 4, 1829, Vice President Bustamante led a rebellion against the president. Guerrero left Mexico City to raise an army in southern Mexico. This was his home territory and where he had led troops during the War for Independence. If Bustamante wanted him, he could come and get him. The government now shifted to the Centralists. De Zavala fled to New York. Bustamante was now president in Mexico, and he read Mier y Terran's report about Texas.